Hey guys, we are here today with something different. I know it's been well over 5 months since the last video, so today we are going to try out this game I just got on the Steam sale called Dear Esther. I haven't really played anything actually. I just basically started this first mission and had to quit. So I decided to make a playthrough video, progression log or whatever. This game kind of reminds me of Amnesia. Not sure if it's got the same scare to it, but graphics look really similar. And I actually say they're really decent for a game I picked up for $2.50. Just give it a sec to progress.
Dear Esther, morning after I was washed ashore, salt in my ears, sand in my mouth, and the waves always at my ankles, I felt as though everything had conspired to this one last shipwreck. I remembered nothing but water, stones in my belly and my shoes, threatening to drag me under to where only the most listless of creatures swim.
Okay. I guess I can move. And as you can tell, the graphics look fairly decent for a $2.50 game. Can't sprint, unfortunately. So, okay. You automatically switch your flashlight. That's interesting. It sounds like there's some bugs with the music. What does this say? It's just me. Does this look like something with chemistry? CH3? Yeah, something with chemistry. CH3 is that... I don't even remember. Chloride? If I have some nice chemistry nerds in here, I guess put in the comments what do you think that is. What is this? Oh. Seagull just scared the shit out of me. Is that illuminated paint? Okay. It says luminous paint premium plus. All right. Honestly, don't think there's a point to this game. So I guess I'll just wander around, show you guys around. Alright. No jumping in this game, okay. It's a bit of a downer. Let's go up to this hill. As we're walking, I'll just tell you a little bit about what's been going on for the last 5 months. Up in, I think it was April or May, I hit my 5-year anniversary on this channel. So it's been since 2007 that Blue Wolfer has been open. And in that time, I've reached almost 800,000 video views, which is extraordinary. I can only thank you guys for that. What is this? Alright, we gotta do a little strafing. If you haven't realized, I've switched over mainly to PC games now. My
Donnelly reported the legend of the Hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Looks like there's a texture glitch right here. Unless that's garbage meant to be there. Well, here's the cave with the Hermit in it. Is that the premium luminous paint? Flashlight, turn on. Oh dear. I do not think there's a jump button in this, so I must just turn around. So back to what I'm saying, system specs on my PC. I recently upgraded to the GTX 560 Ti, so I have it overclocked. Hardly ever overclocked though, it's not really worth the risk of having to burn out my graphics processing. Oh, here's another. Uh-oh. Let's try this again. I think I'm forced to fall here. Okay. I'm gonna go in this water. Probably don't want to do that. Looks like crab pots. Well, there seems to be a fence, so I'm guessing I can either go behind this rock or I can take these stairs.
At night, you can see the lights sometimes from a passing tanker or trawler. From up on the cliffs, they are mundane. But down here, they fugue into ambiguity. For instance, I cannot readily tell if they belong above or below the waves. The distinction nursing no null. Why not everything and all at once? There's nothing better to do here than indulge in contradictions whilst waiting for the fabric of life to unravel.
Such large words.
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
Interesting.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and notice and aid, or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this: to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Zombie outbreak, what? Looks like we found Stonehenge.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
So we have a necromaniac, apparently, who steals bones. And there's a ship. Maybe that's where the hermit lives, in that little black hole.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
This hermit, this seer, this distant historian of bones and old bread, where did he vanish to? Why, asked the farmers. Why, asked Jacobson. Why bother with your visions at all, if you're just to throw your arms up at the cliff and let it close in behind you and seal you into the belly of the island, a museum shut to all but the most devoted?
There they go again, CH3. With fucking... who knows what that is. Forgot to leave the paint, and it looks like a sleeping bag. Okay. Looks like briefs, Men's Warehouse right here. 2 socks, tie, slacks, and a coffee-stained white pressed shirt. And is that the I think I just found the Hermit's bones. I would figure it would put it a little more difficult to find, but it looks like it's right there. Okay. Okay, this is making me want to go to the beach. Now it's making me want to cry.
I've become convinced I am not alone here, even though I'm equally sure it is simply a delusion brought upon by circumstance. I do not, for instance, remember where I found the candles, or why I took it upon myself to light such a strange pathway. Perhaps it is only for those who are bound to follow.
Just imagine being on this island all alone, caves and all, just creating your own society and just can't do that anymore, fortunately. Well, I found the Bible. So, a guy lives alone on an island, but that still does not seem to explain the radio antenna. Maybe he's a modern day lighthouse operator? Who knows? Okay. Oh, what's this? Monsters? And this will leave on to part 2.